Hello, everybody. Today we're going to interview one of the members from Waukesha Civic Theater, Dr. Jarecki.
It's nice to see you guys today.
It's nice to see you too.
Yeah. So I'm so excited because I've been here for over 15 years running.
15?
Yeah, can you believe it?
Wow.
I don't look old enough, I know.
Okay, Alex, you give it a go.
What made you get involved with the Waukesha Civic Theater?
Oh, okay. What made me get involved with the Waukesha Civic Theater? That's a great question. Well, a long time ago, there was the managing artistic director here was named John Kramer. And I had worked with him at another theater and taught some classes for him. And I've always enjoyed teaching classes and working with kids and adults. And when John came out here, he wanted to create a year-round education program. And he thought, well, I interviewed for the job and we had experience together, and he thought I'd be a good fit. And I've been here over 15 years, so I guess he's right. So
I guess so.
yeah, so over the years then, it's been my job to kind of grow the program. We started out with nothing, and now we have classes going on all year round and for all different ages. And I've gotten to know you guys over the years. Yeah, it's been fun.
So, what inspired you to write "'Twas the month before Christmas"?
Ooh, that was very regal sounding, yes. Well, so "'Twas the Month Before Christmas" is a play that I wrote a few years ago, and it's the story of Joseph and Mary, the three kings, and the innkeeper in that month leading up to that magical night in Bethlehem. And what inspired me to write it was quite a few years ago, I was doing I was in a sketch comedy group, so we were doing kind of shorter little funny skits. And I wrote a little skit about Joseph and Mary trying to raise Jesus as a young boy. And just treating them like they were like any young couple learning how to raise a child, and finding some of the humor in that. And I had so much fun writing it. And the response was so positive that I thought, oh, there's more here. And so I wrote the story because I grew up with the story, of the birth of Jesus, and it's a very special story for me. And so I wanted to, but whenever I thought of the story, I always, growing up, I thought, okay, well, Joseph and Mary are going to do this, the three kings are going to do that, and they all know exactly what to do. But what I thought of was, well, what if they didn't? What if they were a little unsure about what to do, but they did it anyway? Because the play is really a lot about faith and about believing what you're doing is right, but still having doubts and fears. And you've probably all had that. Like you want to do something, but you're not sure how it's going to turn out, but you do it anyway. Like Megan, every time you do a ACAP Playmakers show, right?
Yeah.
Every time you do a show, you hope it's going to go well, and it's kind of you take a leap of faith, sort of. And so writing this play, I enjoyed finding the humor and heart in all the different characters and what they were going through. And it really, we've done it a few times over the years, and it's really been received well. We have everybody coming. It doesn't matter what someone's faith or background is. Everybody from all different walks of life seem to enjoy this show. It was really important to me that the show be not only family friendly, but it's very respectful of the story. We don't make fun of anything. We just kind of have fun with some of the ideas of the story. So,
What has the response been since you've been doing it?
oh, great follow-up, Alex. The response has been really, really positive. We did it for the first time in 2015, so that's 8 years ago. And it was really, people loved it. And so we brought it back in 2017. And this was at a theater in Milwaukee. It wasn't here at Civic Theater. But then we did it at a much bigger theater, Vogel Hall in the Marcus Center. And the response there, it kept getting more and more popular, and the feedback was really, really positive. And we get, like I said, we get all different kinds of people coming to see it. We'll get really young people who enjoy like edgy stuff, and we'll get parish groups from a church that just want a nice, pleasant evening at the theater, and it kind of appeals to everyone, which I'm really, really proud of, because we wanted it to be an inclusive show, not a divisive one. In the show, a lot of the themes are figuring out your place in the world, you know, in the grand scheme of things. Like, because I know for me, you know, sometimes there are times where I feel like, oh, how do I fit in, or what am I doing the right thing? And those are feelings that we all deal with sometimes.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah. And I think it's nice to see that on stage, and I think that's why so many people enjoy it, because it is. We've all had those moments. No matter how confident you are, most of the time, there are always some of those other times where you're just feeling a little maybe unsure of yourself. And there are actually 5 of us actors, and all of us play multiple characters. So in this play, I play Joseph, and I also play one of the 3 kings. And so it's kind of fun. Like, you'll do a scene, and then we run backstage, we change costumes, and you come back out as someone completely different. Yeah.
Wow.
John Kramer is back. Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
John Kramer was the former managing artistic director who hired me here 15 years ago, and he and I have been friends forever. And so John is in the show, and we have everyone who's in the show has done it before. So when I wrote the play, I don't know if I shared this with you, but I really did write this character for John. John plays the innkeeper, and he plays one of the other kings. And when I was writing those characters, I really had John in mind. And it's nice too, because he and I are such good friends. When you're writing something, and you can picture who it is and picture how they talk, it makes it easier to write. So
John, can I ask, does he play the guitar again?
yes.
That is my favorite, that little song. You didn't change any of that.
No, that's one of my favorite parts.
Oh, it is, because he sings it early in the show, and then right at the tail end, he sings it again, and it has a completely different meaning. That is so beautiful.
Yeah, the same words, completely different meaning, and I'm so. I know I'm totally biased because I wrote it, but I love that part.
Question.
Oh yeah.
What song did he sing?
Oh, that's good. In "'Twas the Month Before Christmas," there's a song. It's actually a song that I wrote, so it's not like a Christmas carol or anything, but
cool.
it's almost like do you know what a jingle is? Like a commercial jingle, sort of
Like Jingle Bells?
Well, it's like a catchy, very short song.
Got it.
And so there's a song that like Mark was mentioning. John also plays the guitar, and early in the play, he plays this song, and it's not received very well.
Wow.
But later on in the play, he plays it again with the exact same words, but it sounds completely different, and it has a completely different meaning and emotion to it. And that's a fun little writing exercise too, when you can have the same words mean something completely different. The only thing that was different about the song the second time, musically, was that it was a little bit slower. But it was the same words. It's the setting, the environment, the situation where he sings it, that's what makes it different. Because I don't want to spoil anything. Something happens in the play that changes everything. And now when he sings this song, it has a whole different meaning because of what has happened in the play. You know, the other thing is I think it's a good play. I had fun writing it, but what makes it really fun is we have collected such a fun group of people. we just had a rehearsal last night, and we were laughing, and it's just we laugh more than we work probably. And
Sounds interesting.
yeah, it's fun to work with people you really
Right,
enjoy.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
It runs December 20th through the 23rd this year at the
Wow.
Waukesha Civic Theater. Yeah, and it's just. And we're doing 7 shows crammed into those 4 days. So we're gonna. It was so nice meeting you, Teagan, and you
It was
too,
nice
Alex.
meeting you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I mean, Megan and I have been friends for years. It's always nice to make some
Yeah,
new
of
friends
course.
too. Yeah.
Won't you
We
be my neighbor?
You bet I will.
Woo!